Good morning, folks. It's 4:19, Saturday, November 28th. Format change. The format change I'm talking about is on the other side. Sorry, folks, I'm really tired. I got a lot of sleep. I'm just tired. The format change on the other side is going to be different than you would think. Sorry, folks, it's Paul. There's a lot going on the other side. I've told all of you for years that animal guides never lie to you. Never. I've been lied to by Source, what people call God, the original male, female, first being. And I'm just making a joke out of it, but I'm not teasing anyone. I used to do the same thing, okay? Sometimes it's kind of good to laugh at yourself, to maybe calm down and be realistic that nothing is perfect. And maybe you're kind of pushed and made to think you should try to be perfect or maintain a perfect thought in your head to try to become, because it's impossible, and that keeps you frustrated. That makes your energy get more frustrated and puts you through more crap while you're in a body. Gee, what a concept. The original format, that's changing. But anyway, my latest Black Panther came to me last night. I popped them. Sometimes I'll pop them up on the screen and look them right in the eyes, and it's a direct way through. I don't feel too good. I guess it's kind of obvious. I'm slowing down, waiting to finally go. It's all being softly arranged. And that Black Panther looked at me right in the eye and said, "It's time to go lay down and die." Now, that was last night. I'm still here. I'm not mad at him. There's stuff for me to leave. It's a very tricky situation. There's a lot of things behind it, but it's not just me that's involved. There's 4 very powerful people involved in my going and them being ready. But it's also hard, I've said years ago, for me to get out of my body. I have 3 different beings that I made out of myself when I was out of body long time ago, to try and help me separate. When your source inside, what we call the Kundalini, or the ancient folk from India do. Most of us have adopted that. Those 2 parts of the energy, they never come together. That's why they're like 2 snakes. Okay, 40%, like I've told you about, 40% of that core energy is one of those quote unquote snakes. That's the spirit, sentient energy, the spirit that the planet Gaia gives you to go inside your body and have a life with you. It's the greater part of your conscious mind. Then 60% of your core energy is your visiting spirit, and that goes around. Well, folks, I'm Source. I'm the strongest source that's ever been in a body. It's not a whoopee-doo. I'm just saying, Source is made of the same energy that the planetary essence is. It starts to bond. It doesn't want to let go. It's not easy. So anyway, as you might be able to tell, I've been being drained for a little while. People say, you look like shit, and I said, yes, that's my gig. No, honestly, people just say, some people close have just said, you're drained, and you can see you don't have energy coming out of you and everything. Well, it's not. It's being taken out. I've got to go. It's a hard process, and there's three other heavy hitters going with me. So, um, anyway, uh, so I'm not at all upset with Black Panther for what he said, because there was a very good chance I was going to leave last night, and I know it. But we're going to hang in there for another day or two, or more, whatever it takes. Um, I'll tell you one thing though, I won't be brought back to life. What's going on with me is permanent. That energy of mine I pulled out and sent them 66, it's growing and growing, and I'm feeding it. I've been pulling myself out and feeding it to make it bigger, so I'm trying to get as much of me out as I can. Um, okay, that's enough about that. I want to talk about format. Folks, I'm just trying to explain stuff. Um, when I tell you stuff about me, and honestly, it's kind of personal, um, but part of my job this last life with y'all is to explain things. We learn more from example than we do anything else. Um, you want to learn something about somebody, go live with them for a week, okay, and see what they're like. I've tried to do that with all of you. Um, uh, I don't hide my feelings. Um, I'm very, I hold some of them back, but I sure didn't about the chemtrails, did I? You look up in the sky, I see Gaia being destroyed, birds, people, animals, everything being destroyed by the arrogance and greed of others. It infuriates me. I'm going to fix that. Um, when I finish getting out of this body, I'll be me again. I'll still have my emotions, my love and compassion, and my honor, which nothing can mess with ever again, because I'll be free of this damn body. But, yeah, I have more resolve, more fortitude than anything that's ever existed. That's how I started, and it's done nothing but increase. I'm going to fix some stuff. And after I do, that'll be the one affirmation that you have, that what I was talking about was actually true. And it's not about me, it's about you. It's about all of you. And when I say all of you, it's not just the people, it's the animals, plants. Folks, we're family, we're huge. Okay? Now, back to the topic, format change. Excuse me. Man, I like my coffee. No Chilwell tea today. I'm going through DTs. They should have been here yesterday. They said they couldn't deliver it. Might have been a dragon I have tied up to the front door. Anyway, so I've told all of you too before, a long time ago, that the original the original first being that separated the male and female was the one that always ran lives, would never let anything else ever run, not even one life. Okay? Um, the only time that ever happened was when something was running its own life, excuse me, such as Lily and I. Karen was the spirit inside Karen. That part of Lily was the Red Eve 5 times here on this planet. When she and I were here, we made our own bodies. We came here and made our own body out of the planet material. Having done so, when we do that, the original male and female could not attach anything else to the back of our spines, the base of our spines, where the base chakra is, where the spine attaches to the pelvic bone. So we were free, and we could have our own kind of lives. That's not running someone else's life, but we were free to run our lives. That's the closest anyone's ever come to running a life, okay? Period. No one's ever run anyone else's life until just recently, when the big 6 were taken out, especially the original male and female, because they were the one that always done it. And then nothing else could, and there's been some really stupid chaos. Now, there wasn't the same mean aggression that there was from the first being, but there was still chaos. And then after all 6 of them were taken out, then you had chaos come in, and we still have it now. ISIS and these mercenaries, who pays for them? United States, Saudi Arabia, blah 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 blah. Hey, let me tell you something. The things that run this planet, the Anunnaki, all your large transactions, over 10% of them, 10% of over 10% of the profit of every large transaction. Okay, I'm not talking about buying your groceries. I'm talking about big stuff. That money goes right to the Anunnaki. Now, reptilian humanoids, what are they going to do with money? I've never seen one in a grocery store, have you? It's simple. They buy mercenaries. They pay for whatever else they want. The people that work close to them and then underneath them, it goes down through a couple stages. Then they take this money, representing the Anunnaki, and other people know it. They just know whoever they represent. When it gets down enough levels, 3-4 levels is what it is. Then it goes to people, and they don't know about the actual reptiles. They've heard stories, but they do know one thing. When they're told, we want you to cause this problem, kill these people, start this, whatever, here's the money. They know that if they don't accept it, they're dead. They're dead, the family's dead. These things are brutal. Okay? Have you ever seen a reptile kill something? Okay, well, that's a whole lot the way they are. Okay? A lot of good ones. Remember that, a lot of good ones. But not the things running this planet. Except for, a few of them, a handful. Less than 10 that are involved in running the planet. Anyway, what we're going to have, this ISIS thing, their funding is going to get cut off. Okay, along with a lot of other things, because all this money the Anunnaki collect, that's how they pay for that stuff. There's not one country, they're mercenaries, okay? And they're put together by certain people. There's some people in the CIA that are involved, big time. But see, the thing is, you got to go to the problem and just stop the problem. It's like cancer, you got to cut it out. And that's what will happen soon. Now, once again, I'm going back to the original concept or thought process of this video. Format change. The original male and female were the ones that always ran lives. They're not doing it anymore. As soon as I can get the hell out of here, that's when the format finally finishes changing. That's when things start moving forward a little different. I'm going to finish getting out of here, go back into this big thing, and then start running it. There's a lot of parts of Era. Okay, I'm just the primary focal point. So anyway, once that starts happening, Era has never run lives. Okay, he understands lives better than anything. He's had more. Period. I've told you I've had over 10.846 trillion lives. I have. Not Jay. What's in me, and slowly making its way out, so it can be itself again. Lily, as soon as she's together, which is happening fast, then she's the loving mother energy. She's had way over 8 trillion lives. Okay, they have to learn how to do things. What's going to happen at first? Ara's going to be tearing stuff up, period. Actually, I'll tell you, that's me. I'm going to be ripping stuff up everywhere. Okay, you'll have your firefight in the Pacific and also in the Atlantic. Okay, I'll tell you right now, I'm going to make them happen. I don't care. It's what Ara is outside of body is so huge, so strong. It takes nothing. Look at what all these little souls running around, and I'm not picking on the souls. I'm just saying, in power level, they're little compared to the big stuff. Okay, it takes very little for them to get on your energy and start running you, messing with your mind. Look at everything going on. They've been doing that to source energy. I keep telling you folks, these bodies are like a sponge jail. You're stuck in them in the middle. You can't get out, but stuff can creep in and mess with you. And then you got to rip it off. It's nothing to run to people to make certain things happen. But they're going to go. So ours going to be running around with that big Thor's hammer just beating stuff up. Where stuff needs to die, it's going to die. Where something needs to be torn down, it's going to be destroyed. Dow Chemicals, I have said for years and years and years, is so reptilian. I can't stand them. And they started making the news here lately. You wait and see what happens to Dow Chemicals. They're going to be destroyed. These Santos idiots, they're going down hard. Monsantos, whatever. But see, the thing is, as ours doing that, then very soon after ours doing that, it won't be much longer, you'll have Lily involved, and Lily will be literally sending her love everywhere. But you know what? She's tired of the abuse too, and don't piss her off. I'm not afraid of nothing, unless maybe it's Lily getting pissed. Okay? Can she hurt me, destroy me? Hell no. You know, but I love her and she loves me. It would never come to blows like that. But what I'm saying is, I've seen her so pissed before, and I remember, yeah, that's a good time to just kind of stay back and let her calm down. Okay, loving mother energy, yes. You start tearing everything up and abusing and hurting stuff, she does not have the destructive power of our. She's loving mother. But it's like I've said many times, a 1,200-pound male grizzly, when it runs from a 600-pound female that's got 2 cubs, he's not stupid. Okay? If it's not that he's worried about her killing him, although she might, but she's gonna hurt him so bad, it's gonna mess him up, and maybe something else will kill him. He's not stupid. Hell hath no fury like a pissed off woman, man. Don't mess with him. And honestly, we shouldn't be messing with anything. The lives aren't going to become all of a sudden fluffy puffy and everything. I'm sorry, it's not time for that. But there's going to be a whole lot of fluffy puffy later on when you go into the new energy bodies. That's going to be wonderful. When you really made up your mind, you want to leave your body, you just relax and you float out. Okay. Then if you keep having a life and then you float out of it too much, then it's going to be a long time before you go back in one. That's it. It's like death. Why is death so hard? Number one, we're stuck in these physical bodies, so it's usually more tragic to get out. But the more tragic it is, then the more those that love you suffer. So everyone's suffering, and what's happening when you suffer? The spirit inside is being pressured real hard, and it grows bigger when it gets out. It's growing spirit. That's the whole idea of these bodies, is to make spirit grow, so that there be more later to be put together and released to praise the original first being. Yay! You know? Like Sylvia Brown used to say, praise Mother, Father, God. Yeah, I don't think so. And the more praise they got, the more arrogant and needy they got for it. Anyway, so that's why death is, and when death is slow, it's a little less painful for the person, but as far as the intensity that's dying, it's a little less painful for the intensity, but it lasts longer. And then you make all your friends suffer longer. And then sometimes you make them angry. It's just, the whole way creation is set up is insanity. Now, that being taken away, the original male and female being taken away, this new format, from what I'm getting in my head, this is just something floating around. It'll be about 4 months before the new format's going to be understood. Folks, we have been living for how long? 2,863.34 trillion years, whatever number that is, the way we measure time on Earth. That's how long we've been having lives, approximately. That's a long time. So this change, it's going to be hard and everything else, but it's going to be a whole lot nicer, and it's going to come smooth. The first thing is destruction. Hi, that's me. Something happens, go ahead, blame it on me. 99% chance I did it. I don't care. It's time for this crap to go. There's going to be an aftermath. Or let's just say I was responsible. Guy is anxious to do some stuff here on the planet, and so is Gayward. Gayward's huge. So this new format, Lily and Ara have to really learn how to run lives. Not just running them better won't be is the first thing they learn is how to run them, and then it's about learning how to run them better and smoother. And seriously, if when your personal energy is more like artists, you're gonna have lives like an artist. And another thing, why don't we have lives with soulmates? Your actual mate, your spirit mate. Why don't we have lives with them? Because you love each other so much. That's mostly what you want to do. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I'll tell you what's wrong with that. According to the first being when they were alive, that destroys the abuse system that they put up. That does not help the spirits grow bigger so that they can eventually get together and release more of themselves to praise the original first being. Ta-da! There you go. If you knew the kind of love that Karen and I have, even in spite of all the abuse we've gone through and everything else, but the love that's actually there inside, if y'all could have lives together like that, that folks, that's a bliss. That is a beautiful bliss that everyone should have. And why not have it most every life, or at least every other life? Why not grow softly into who you really are inside, instead of coming out and being beat up, being put together with the wrong person, having your angels go into your base chakra and go up your spine with their energy, lighting up your endorphins and making you feel a false feeling of love. I'm not saying love is a false feeling, but they can give you that feeling as false, just so you can get together, have children, and then produce the biological offspring that they want to put another spirit in, so that it can be abused a certain way, and then the male and female fight, and then they split up. Then you have divorce and all this other stuff, wonderful stuff, in the scenario. So look at all the pain and suffering. Isn't that awesome? Boy, we're going to grow some big souls this time, yeah. That's the whole idea. That's going to be changed. It does not happen overnight. It can't. Okay, so those of you that are waiting for it, you're going to be really disappointed, okay? It's going to happen. Yes, it cannot happen overnight. Lily and Ara need to learn how to do this, number one. Number two, then they need to learn how to do it better and really improve it. So that's going to make the future really change, but it's going to start coming together where it's better. When there's a change, it'll be better change, and that's what you start seeing, and that's going to make you feel things just seem to be getting better. Well, that's because it will be. But the first thing that's going to happen is I'll be beating the hell out of crap, and Lily be right behind me, literally just putting out a feeling of love. But you have to destroy a bad house before you can build a good one, and that's going to happen. So anyway, and then another thing, once that format changes, hopefully by 2020, not only will the new format be understood in place and running, but the new council is where you all run yourself. Every different spirit field, like human essence, human soul, fame in essence, soul, and a face, soul, and essence, and animal, everything that's out there. Animals, they really have their own job, but because they're creation, they vote too. Everyone votes. The Source family, the children of Source vote, and everything else. The only people who don't vote are me and Lily. We're like custodians. We're outside and just keeping things flowing. She's going to spread love and help things move smoothly, and I'll be out there protecting and giving love, and I will be the field everywhere. Every dimension, everything else. I want to say me. I'm saying Ara, okay. It's already the big part of the body and everything. It's already bonding, coming together. I'm going to release the last 2/3 of it out of my head here in just a little bit. I couldn't do it yesterday. I was too busy. Anyway, I really want you to understand this new format and the fact that there's going to be some physical damage. And please remember, we don't own these bodies. Gaia does. Okay? And eventually she does need to evolve. There's going to be another age that's going to come fire again, okay? Volcanoes and stuff like that. And she's going to do that so she can clean up all the waste that this civilization has put on her. Every time we buy a new toy, we throw away garbage. Where does that go? We're just throwing everything in the oceans. People, it's like destroying your own house. It's like eating food and taking your food waste and everything else and throwing it all over the floor and walking on it. So that kind of thing has to be stopped at the top. Okay? It will be. And there's going to be people screaming about, oh, God doesn't love us and all this kind of stupid stuff. Folks, that's the change coming. It's going to be tough. But it's going to be really good at the same time. And it's not like the whole world's going to get cracked up. It's not. But there is going to be some serious movement in the earth. Okay? You're all going to find out that we're not alone. You're going to see the firefights. You're going to find out there's Anunnaki running the planet. And they've got their own turmoil going right now. Okay? This little civil war there's I've talked about this resistance force that's been here for a long time. They're stronger now than they've ever been. I know them, they know me, and they know I'm getting ready to go. And when I go, that's literally when they just take off. So, one time the San Francisco area was being attacked by the actual Anunnaki, in the California area being backed by the Arizona bunch. Clan, whatever you want to call them, family, I don't give a damn. And they were going up to the southern part of San Francisco, getting up. It's right before the water, whatever that is. And there's literally an energy barrier down there. You don't want to call it a HARP field. It's not, but it's something similar where biological beings do not go through it. It's got a physical barrier to keep everything else out, and then it's got an energy barrier inside it. So they started messing with that, and I found out about it. One of the guys came up and told me, and I put energy into people and stuff, okay? I've done all kinds of stuff, healed people, made people's brains grow, done all kinds of stuff. I cranked up the barrier and helped them out with that. This kind of stuff is really hard for people to believe when they first come into it, but there's enough of you around that understand. You don't have much of a question about it. And for those of you really close, there's some change coming that you might not like. The change that's coming is going to be made to happen properly for everyone, not for any one person. We're going to grow and learn as a family in all dimensions. It's going to get a lot nicer. But there's going to be some eyes opening when people find out, oh wow, we're not alone. And there's going to be a lot more than that going on. So don't expect everything to just, I get out of here. Some people actually think I get out of the body, all of a sudden everything's wonderful. Forget that. Okay? It's going to start turning to what it needs to be. You have to be realistic. You can't think that there's this wonderful, perfect thing, all of a sudden, poof, la, everything's wonderful. I've always said no. No such thing. And this law of attraction joke, man, y'all got some nasty tar and crap on you. You really do. That's bad stuff. I can have it. I just have to think it hard enough. I have to know how to do it. Give me all your books. Give me your DVDs, your CDs. I got to study. I got to learn. I got to have what I want. Oh, for Pete's sake, man. Just relax. Go inside yourself. Open up. Find out who you are. That's the only way you're going to get anywhere. That's the only way you can become yourself. And isn't that the first thing that any of us really need to do anyway? Is to become who we really are. So many of you have heart, and your emotions are being played with. You think you can get something or not, get something or not. Esther Hicks and her past husband, she's 27% negative soul. She's greed. I hate to see that. Um, excuse me. It does pull in. It does tend to pull in arrogant people. I'm not saying everyone involved in that is arrogant. Don't even go there. I'm just saying that it does pull in arrogant people also. Then that feeds it. Let the monster feed itself. Well, anyway, I wanted to tell you that about the format change so you understand more about it, because it's getting closer and closer to happening now. Honestly, right now, the most important thing I want you all to know is that things were just made wrong in the beginning. They've been wrong since the beginning. That's a long time. It's being taken over already. It's not everything. The new energy's there, folks, and it's big and it's bad, um, uh, and it's going to get real serious, and it'll always stay serious, but it's going to soften up. It's just tearing down a house that needs to come down, and then building a new one. Um, Abuse and arrogance, not good things. Praying, trying to praise something, that's going to be a soft change, because that's going to be hard too. Okay, that's not something that's looked. That's something that's immediately frowned upon on the other side. Okay, immediately. When you go to praise, that's the way this whole dimension's been made to be, forever. So it's not like all of a sudden, you know, you go to get on your knees and pray, and you stand up. You don't have legs attached anymore, but it's going to be understood by opening up people's eyes, um, and getting them to understand what's over there, and understand there is no God. It'll be done first by knowledge. Some people, yeah, they might get some bloody knees. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But this praise is no good. Okay? Thank something. From your heart, thank them. That's powerful. It should be. If it's not enough, then maybe you're thanking the wrong person. Folks, I love you. It's closer than it's ever been. Finally turning around, but at least right now, um, there's so much arrow put together. Um, so much of the insanity is stopped, and it's getting ready to, as soon as I can get the heck out of here, which will be very, very soon now. It'll be some stuff's gonna start happening. Okay, the animals leaving and everything. You'll find out. You'll see. Oh heck, there was something I wanted to tell y'all. So tired. I should be wide awake and running around. Darn it. I'm gonna get one more cup of coffee and remember this. It's important. I'll be right back. Well, we're back, and I can't remember what the heck it was. Maybe I'll get it in a minute. I did want to say that all those consults are over. Yeah, today's the 28th. I've got one, possibly two more to do. That'll be today, and I'm done. More ways than one. When you start using oracle cards and stuff like that, and folks, that's really good. Okay. Oh, now I remember the other thing, the black thing around me. Anyway, thanks. She just told me. Or she just told me. That's what they're like to be called. All right, let me go say this now. A lot of you are really strong seers. A lot of you are here for very important reasons and beginning to wake up. Uh, a lot of you will see something huge around me, and it's black. It's like a very soft black color. It's huge, incredibly powerful. Um, it's the largest of these new angels that came from Lily and Ara. So he's one of my own. He was working on my left ear really hard last night so he can talk with me verbally easily. So you see something black around me, that's what it is. And folks, don't be afraid of the color black. That's stupid. You know, it's what's been done. You're not stupid for doing it, but it's stupid to do it. Okay, there's a big difference there. We're taught so many things. That are wrong. Sometimes we're taught it through abuse. Sometimes we're taught because our own parents are afraid, or those that take care of us are afraid. There's all kinds of stupid reasons why things happen. Creation was built within a format of chaos on purpose. It's like I say, when you take all the different colors, all the different crayons in a box, and you melt them and you mix them up, you get like a light black color. That's what these angels look like, and these angels are they're pure source energy, but 55 to 60% of their frequencies are angel. Remember, angel, everything else that comes from source. It does not mean any source you run into is any better than anything else. There's a whole lot of it that's arrogant and got some big issues. And actually, more than half of them are dead. Gone. And there's going to be more coming out too. New ones, but that's going to be different. They're not going to be messed with like the first group was by the original male and female. Anyway, so you see something like that hanging around, that's what it is. It's really strong, has a lot of love, understanding of lives. Oh yeah. That's why I said these angels are 1,000 times stronger than the other ones. It's a lot more than that. But you know what? If I tell you that it's 1,000 and it's more, I'm not really lying, because it is at least 1,000. And of course, each one's got slightly different power level. Anyway, the change will come. You'll see it. You have to have it for you. It has to happen, and it has to happen physically here as well as it already has metaphysically. You have to see it. You have to. You should expect that. Use your abilities and have faith in your abilities, but it takes time. And do not try to divine the future. Let people know that there's possibilities, that what you can see right now is this, and you need to tell them immediately, this is not written in stone. Nothing is written in stone. With the original male and female, it was easier to predict exactly what the heck was going on. Why? Because they said a future. It was abusive, and they didn't care if you liked it or not. They weren't going to change it to make it better for you. And they were the ones that knew how to run all their lives. And it's going to be the exact opposite now. Something that doesn't know how to run something that has all the information to run lives better than anything else ever possibly could. But something that actually loves you and cares, but hasn't run lives yet, is going to start learning, and then making them better and better and better and better, and then teaching the councils so you'll run yourselves. That's the whole idea. Y'all are not little children. Y'all are, grown adults. You've been around a long time. You need to run your own lives. Not while you're in a body, but when you're out, you and those that are like you outside of their bodies, they need to be running what's going on, and they do it together. Everyone, angels, everybody. We're family, big time. So if someone tells you that this is what they see for you in the future at the moment and it doesn't happen, instead of going back on them, what you need to do is go back on yourself and say, I shouldn't have held on to that. I shouldn't have tried to hold on to that. If you talk with your spirit animals, number one. Number two, talk with your other spirit guides. If you know, see when you actually communicate with the cards back and forth. Okay, it's a conversation. You're talking about what's current, what's prevalent. Okay, that's the most powerful thing you can have to do because you're in that day. So get information in that day and the next couple of days. You know, don't try to go more in the week ahead because even going a week ahead, that future's going to change. Period. So converse, talk, communicate. Okay, those room cards of mine, they're awesome, especially for becoming awake, becoming aware. They'll talk with you, boom, 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 boom. Um, it's I can see okay right now, but I'm about to fade after. That's why I kept changing the consult dates. The end of the consult. That's why I changed the last date of consults. You know, sooner and sooner and sooner and sooner because I knew this was coming. I could feel it, and that's why today is the very end of that. Um, uh, I won't. I'll be fine today, but that's it. I got to keep getting the rest of my energy out of here until finally I can get myself out. So just communicate with your spirit because the most important thing you can do is know what's going on for yourself in the next few days. Okay, if you can talk with someone face front and you can through the cards or through relaxing, you know, and the more you do it, especially with cards and stuff, the more you do this stuff, the more you feel comfortable about it being actually true. You find out for yourself that it is because too many things happen the way, you know, you're hearing it. So too many things are going on. The cards say this and this, and wow, that is what's happening right now. And you know, the more you do it, the more you start to realize, okay, this is true. The more faith you have in it, the more ready you are to put a little extra into it. You know, it just makes sense to. Okay, you eat a certain food, you feel stronger. You're gonna keep eating that food. Okay, you drive to work this way, it's a little quicker. You're gonna drive that way to work. Okay, if there's a little problem here and there, then you change it. No big deal. And then the more you do it, then you get to the point where you're talking with your spirit guides straight on, just you know, talking all day long. You got buddies with you. That's important. That's very important. Okay, that's when you can really have a life. Okay. Um, just remember, you know, if you can live 3 to 4 days in advance, your quality of life is going to go through the roof. You're going to make better decisions. You're going to do a whole lot. These people on the other side are no longer being told to lie to you. Your spirit guides, they're no longer being told not to lie to you. They are being told not to lie to you. There are some serious new rules over there, which many of you out of body are very happy about. The ones that aren't, they're not around. There's very few of them around. This change on the other side was extremely aggressive. It won't be that bad here, but it's still going to be bad. Still going to be strong. So anyway, the more you use your abilities, the more you're going to wake up. It's like I've told people before, I can crank you up and make you strong, but I'll put a Ferrari in your garage and I'll put the keys in your hand. But if you don't get off the damn couch, put the keys in a Ferrari and crank it up, you ain't going nowhere. Okay? You're stuck on the couch. You have to become engaged. Okay? So then again, there's a new format. Don't expect it to happen overnight. The great big huge black thing around me is literally, you know, one of my angels, the biggest one there is. He's keeping stuff off of me. And for those of you that freak out about Lucifer, there is no Satan. Satan is a false name that was created by the Christian religion. But anyway. Negative energy, yeah, there's negative energy. You want to see something negative? Look at Charles Manson. There was 4 negative source energy spirits that were put in body. Okay, there was Napoleon, Hitler. There's another one in there now, a new kid, and then there was Charles Manson. Okay, they were strong energy, but they were strong negative source. Um, anyway, folks, change is coming. Just hang in there and don't try to see what the future is, because it's going to change so abruptly and continuously. If you can stay within a week, work 3 to 4 days ahead of time, trying to understand what you do, and if you talk with your own spirit guides, that's the area you're working in 3 or 4 days ahead, because that's how you move. Now, there might be something coming up, like a job offer, where you can go in a certain direction to make more money and have more fun, do what you like. That'll be made clear for you. This is being made for you. Go get it. And then that affects a lot more in the next 3 or 4 days. But that's why you want to talk to your spirit guide. They're going to tell you. Okay? Trust your gut feeling. What's your feeling? Should I take this or that? You have to learn how to become alive. You have to learn how to trust yourself. You have to learn how to relax and go inside yourself so that you can finally become yourself, who you really are. So anyway, love y'all, man. Have a good one.